The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Now, people who know you have told me that you've changed a little bit since you've become president.
Well, I'm a lot grayer, that's for sure.
Every president does that. But do you think you have changed as a person since you have become president?
I think if you ask Michelle, who knows me best, I think, or my closest friends, I think they'd say I'm basically the same guy as when I came in.
Can I tell you what they say?
Yeah, what do they say?
Barack has led by example. When we took our trip to Africa and visited his home country in Kenya, we took a public HIV test.
Somebody like Barack Obama, a Kenyan, a black man, a man of great statesmanship who they believe could change the fate of the world. We are still living in a country that is too mean.
Much more guarded.
Well, I think what is true is that when you're in this job, everything you say could affect markets. It could affect what happens
I know
overseas.
that, but even on a personal level, some people know you say, you know, he doesn't have he's not as light as he used to be. He's not as spontaneous.
Well, look,
preoccupied.
I would say that's probably true. I mean, look, there's no doubt that the weight of the office has an impact. But I will tell you that the longer I'm in this job, the more I enjoy it. The more optimistic I am about the American people, the more optimistic I am about this country. There's something about this position that gives you a pretty good vantage point of the country as a whole. And for all the arguing that we get into and all the debates between Democrats and Republicans,
tremendous country, right?
And there's just a sense, there's a common sense and a decency to the American people that makes me optimistic even on the worst of days.
I asked this to President Bush when I talked to him a few weeks ago. Does it disturb you that so many people hate you? No, I mean, it's a serious question.
You know, the truth is the people, and I'm sure previous presidents would say the same thing, whether it was Bush or Clinton or Reagan or anybody. The people who dislike you don't know you.
They hate you.
Even the folks who hate you, they don't know you.
That's true.
What they hate is whatever funhouse mirror image of you that's out there. And they don't know you, and so you don't take it personally.
No, you don't ever?
No, because you know that if you
Doesn't it annoy you sometimes?
You know, look, I think that by the time you get here, you have to have had a pretty thick skin.
Okay.
If you didn't, then you probably wouldn't have gotten here. The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Barack Obama has lived almost 50 years without leaving any footprints. None. There is no Obama documentation. There's no bona fides. There's no paper trail. There's nothing. The original so-called vault copy birth certificate has never been released. Lawyers' fees are estimated above $200,000 on this. A birth certificate is $15. The certification of live birth that has been released is counterfeited. It's amended. The certification of live birth was released. That's also counterfeited and amendment. Obama-Dunham marriage license doesn't even exist. Obama-Dunham divorce decree was released, but it's laughable because they were never married. How can you divorce someone you never married? The Neolani kindergarten records, suppressed. Saturo-Dunham marriage license has never been released. Saturo adoption records have not been released. Franciscus Assisi school application was released by Jerry Corsi. Panhu school applications missing. Panhu school records not released. Neolani third grade records not released, but then there's that weird picture. Selective service registration. Social Security numbers released, state of Connecticut. Occidental College records not released. Financial aid not released. Passport not released. Records were scrubbed by Obama's terrorism and intelligence advisor. Columbia College records not released. Harvard College records not released. Illinois bar records not released. Baptism certificates not released. Medical records not released. And it goes on. Hang on.
Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. And take it easy.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide. The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.